My name is James Slack. I'm a Frontline Supervisor for Cottage Grove. Because we're a single staff building, my day-to-day role becomes somewhat different in that there's a whole host of other things that have to happen. I'm a frontline worker at the same time as I'm a frontline supervisor. At the same time, I'm support for 45 residents. In this site, most of our folks here are of low acuity, so their needs might be something like, for example, can I get into my room and lock my keys out? Can you help me with my coffee over here? There's a whole bunch of those kinds of things which might seem not as important in other sites, but they're very much as important to those people. One of our biggest things is to meet people where they're at. If you want to be in this line of work, you need to be a people person. You need to want to help people, yes, but you also need to pay attention and listen. We come into this, and I know I did, when I first started, I'm thinking, wow, I'm gonna save everybody, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna, and the reality is you create a situation where you have expectations, but they're not necessarily the expectations of the people that you're working with. And so we tend to say, well, we're gonna make it happen. No, stop. Go back, understand where they're coming from, try to figure out, okay, what's the best scenario for folks, and then help them get to that place. And that's much more important to be able to do that. You have to be able to do that. Morning coffee is there for folks to come and get a cup of coffee, but it's really about getting people out of their suites. We're trying to make sure that people feel that they're supported, that they have a community around them, so it becomes a very social activity. And that's very important for people so that we can start doing things like learning how to live with each other, learning how to address each other, how to be respectful. If you have this coffee and this time, you bring people out, get them together, and pretty soon they begin to build their own relationships. And then they begin to support each other, which is the ideal situation. It's not like nowhere everywhere else in the community. People go to the coffee shop to do that. Well, we do it here. There's no question the impact. If we didn't have KoolAid, if we didn't have this organization to help people who need help, and we're talking in so many different ways. This is not just housing or shelters. We have got so many things that an umbrella that really supports people in this community, we'd be in trouble. I mean, we're still in trouble, let's be honest. There's a lot of folks who need more help. We could use a lot more because there is nothing else. We are it. We are it for people. Everybody has some story. And everybody came from some other place. They weren't always right where they are in this moment in time. And when you realize that, you go, man, that story is not too far off of mine, or it's not too far off of somebody that I know, or a decision here, there, or otherwise could make it different for me. These are all a continuum of stories, and they're valid. And and people need to be heard and seen.